What is going on, peoples? See if I can get a couple people in here before I get started. Okay, I got one. Okay, cool. So let me get started. So as you guys can read the title, shortage of drivers versus the AB5 law. Why why are they claiming there's shortage of drivers? Um, for the people that watch the media, watch the news, they really don't get into details why they claim there's a shortage of drivers, but in reality, there's not a shortage of drivers. Okay, um, what's really going on as far as supplies, stacking up the shelves, stuff like this. Let me see if I can explain it where some of you guys can agree and disagree. I'm perfectly fine with that. But this is what's going on. So the coronavirus hit, and a bunch of companies overseas shut down. When they opened up, they made so much stuff that now we are cluttered with ships out there in the ocean with freight that needs to be delivered. We're cluttered. That's just the bottom line. There's no driver, no truck that hasn't been working. It, there's no such thing. They haven't quit. None of that has happened. None of that. They're still working. Same drivers are still trucking. Same trucks are still trucking. Nothing has stopped. What happened is we got cluttered with freight. We got cluttered with containers. And it's not that there's a shortage of trucks. It's just that we got cluttered with freight. There's not enough trucks to haul all this freight. It's just too much freight right now. Why? Because the coronavirus hit. Everybody went on lockdown. And then when they released everybody, they started making all this stuff. And guess what? They all started coming over. But as far as being a big crisis, the way the media is trying to put it, there's not enough truckers. Truckers don't want to work. If you're a trucker, you've been working since day one, since this coronavirus hit. We have been exempt from all their BS. Truckers and homeless people have been exempt from the corona pandemic. Why? Because truckers need to move the country. We move the country. Without us, nothing gets moved. They can come up with electric trucks, they can come up with self-driving trucks, but right now they don't have that technology. So guess what? We have to move this stuff. So for the media to put out stuff without giving these little details that we are cluttered because overseas the companies shut down to try to figure out this coronavirus BS. When they did figure it out, they opened stuff up, they made stuff, they shipped it, and guess what? Now we're cluttered with freight. As far as there being a shortage, there's not a shortage of trucks, there's not a shortage of drivers. It's just too much right now. The other thing that's going on with the ports, okay, I'll get to you guys' comments in a bit. Uh, the other thing that's going on with the ports right now. See, before, I wish I would have brought my truck model. So before, oh, here we go. Here we go. I got one of these little phone ones. Check that out. So before this stuff happened, the coronavirus thing happened. You would pull out a container out of the port, and that same day you can take it back. They would take it off, and then you can go to another stack and get a load and go deliver it, and then come back that same day with that empty. Well, it's not happening nowadays. So what's going on is, I'll show you this. Okay, this bottom portion is called the chassis. Okay, It's got these tires in the back, and these are the truck tires. So this whole thing is called the chassis. This is the way we haul containers. This part up here is called the container, which is if you guys don't know, a trailer. Well, it's called a container. It's a different kind of equipment that we haul. Okay, so this part right here can be separated from this part when you haul containers. Okay, so right now there's a shortage of this part, which is called the chassis. Why? Because the ships are bringing the freight, right? But we have nowhere to take back these empty containers. As soon as we deliver the freight from inside this container, we can't take that container back because the ports don't have no room to stack up these empty containers. Why? Because as soon as one ship gets offloaded, it sails away and the next ship full of freight comes in. So they're not reloading that ship with empty containers. So what happens to the empty container? It has to stay out here on the streets. It has to stay out in our yards, at warehouses. I mean, you look anywhere in Southern California where there's a warehouse, they have containers just sitting there, empty containers, because the port will not take back their containers. Because right now, the port is just trying to bring the freight in, but they're not restacking ships with empty containers. So that's another dilemma that we have. There's no shortage of trucks. There's no shortage of drivers. The media is just trying to blow it up into something that they're not. Now, if this AB5 law comes into effect, you're going to see a shortage of trucks because I don't care what any mega company says. I don't care what they say. They need owner operators. They need leased on owner operators. Us, being a small fleet of trucks, we still haul for Crest, Landstar, Schneider, Swift and Knight. We still haul for these big mega companies. Why? Because they cannot cover all that freight. So let that AB5 law come into effect and you will see a shortage of trucks. So I don't understand why, with what's going on nowadays, they're still trying to push this law. It just doesn't make no sense. For as smart as these Democrats think they are, and they don't see the picture of what's going on in the country, and they're still trying to push this law into effect where it's going to kill a whole bunch of owner operators, uh, a bunch of leased on owner operators. At least they're going to die. They're going to die in the water. They're going to have to sell their truck. They're going to have to go do something else because they're not going to be able to lease on to companies. There's a lot of people that are paying their truck, that own their truck, and they just don't want to deal with the headache as far as permits and stuff like that. They want to just get in the truck, get the load, go deliver it, and redo it all again. That's all they want to do. Some of these guys just want to do that. Some of these guys are not, they don't want to do paperwork. Some of these guys, they just want to get $500-600 a day and go home. But uh, AB5 is really going to kill people. Leased on owner operators, it's really going to kill people. I had a conversation with one of my buddies, and it's funny because I always run to him for advice. Mario, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. And we always get into it, he tries to tell me to do it right, and I always rebel and tell him, nah, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way. But at the end of the day, I end up doing it the way he was telling me to do it. So it's kind of crazy. But that's the thing. Right now, if this AB5 comes into effect, uh, we got no choice. We're gonna have to put everybody on W2 forms, and their pay is just gonna it's gonna drop dramatically. Right now, my drivers take home they're taking home 1,900 to 2,000 bucks with a 1099 form, and they're working, I don't know, maybe 9 hours a day, if that, between 7 to 9 hours. And that's what they're taking home. If this law comes into effect, I don't know. I might lose them. I don't know. It's up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen to them. They might just say, you know what, Victor, I can't. I need more money, and but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm crossing my fingers that this law doesn't come into effect. That the courts finally see that, uh, you know, without trucks, without leased on owner operators, without owner operators, um, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for, since they're depending on these mega companies to cover all this, that it's going to be hard, as it is right now. Mega companies cannot cover everything that they say they could. That's why they put it out in the market. You go to DAT load board and they're there. You go to truck stop load board and they're there. So cross your fingers, people. November 12th, let the courts open up that case and look into it. But again, there's no truck shortage. There's no driver shortage. That's just what's going on right now. We are just cluttered with freight, and we just can't haul it fast enough. That's the American way. We want it now, right now, as soon as possible. That's just the way we are. We can see it, so we can order it. So we're gonna time you on you bringing our product to our front door. And if you don't, we want a refund. So uh, don't believe the media. They're not putting it out there the right way. That's what's going on. Coronavirus hit. A lot of companies overseas shut doors when they figured out how to get through this. They opened doors up. They built all these things and they send them all out all at one time. So now we are stuck trying to deliver all this freight. But again, it's not only that. The truckers have this dilemma. It's just the ports. The ports are right now, they're cluttered. Uh, they don't know whether to receive empties to build up this big old stack. So when the next ship comes in, they can restack that ship with a bunch of empties, or bring in the next ship because they don't have enough empties to fill up a ship. So they'll bring in another ship with a bunch of loads. They'll stack all them containers full of freight on the port and send that ship back out because they don't have enough empties to put on a ship. So, do you guys see what's going on? So, don't believe the hype. The media is constantly lying, trying to make up stuff just to get a headline. So, don't believe that crap. Let's see who's in the neighborhood. I appreciate all you guys. If you guys got some feedback, go ahead and leave it in the comments right now. We can toss it up and see what's going on. Big T rolling, Sam I am, Alaska Trucker, what's going on? uh, this is gonna be interesting. Ryan, Christian Savala, DJ Phono, True Trucker, Long Beach in the house. That's right. DIY Sammy, what's going on, DIY? If you guys haven't checked out DIY, go check him out, man. He's got a good channel, good interesting channel. Him and his brother uh Cash His Money. They got some real good topics over there. So I put a good video from CNBC about all this. Yeah. I mean, they're not telling the full truth, Sam I am, but that's what's going on. Gonzalez, what's going on? Yeah, these laws are killing us, Reyes. They are killing us, especially if this AB5 comes through, bro. True Trucker, the port should go back to the pandemic schedule, 7 a.m. to 4 a.m. It was great. They need to do something, true trucker. They need to do something, that's for sure. Because I mean, we are doing their job. We are doing our job. We're hauling these containers out. We're delivering this freight, but it's just they got to figure out the empty situation so we can reuse that chassis and go get us another container. They need to figure that out. 323, yes and no. There was a internal email leaked, and they are proposing holding back on the offloading cargo. Oh, shucks, that's not good. CB crushing. Let me see, Sam. I am. You think they might pull back on AB5 to clear up the ports down the road? Sam, I am. I'm crossing my fingers that that law just gets swept under the rug. It's funny because everybody else that was getting paid with the 1099, doctors, waitresses, nurses, Uber and Lyft, all them got taken off of that. The only ones that stood there was the trucking industry. It's funny. Uber and Lyft went up to Sacramento and they gave up all kinds of money. The trucking industry didn't, obviously. That's why we're still in this law. But it's funny how everybody else was in it. Now all of a sudden they're turning a blind eye towards them, and they're only focusing on the trucking industry. Ain't that something? Ryan, that's why Walmart has all those empty containers in Colton. Correct, correct. True trucker, the empties are being accepted in as dues for the majority of them. No more single transactions. Okay, good stuff, True Trucker. So what True Trucker is saying that if you have an empty, this is what do transaction means. If you have an empty and you're going into a certain port, hopefully they accept that container, because some containers are not accepted in certain ports. But if you're going into a port, they accept your empty, and you're picking a container out of there that has freight in it, they'll accept it that way. Other than that, you can do a single transaction, which means you drive in with an empty, you drop the container and the chassis, and you bobtail out of the port. That's what a single transaction means. But good stuff. Thanks a lot, True Trucker. Christian Zavala. Let me see. Landstar had me get workman's comp. Yeah, that's crazy. Ooh, shucks, where'd that go? Uh, Christian Zavala, Vic, how you how you got to register in New Jersey ports and have people working with your authority? Uh, how do you register, Christian? You have to go to that website, UIIA, and of course, it's going to cost you some money. So just go register with the UIIA. We don't have that program in New Jersey ports now. Okay, CB cruising. Democrats want to ruin everything in this country to push their. Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. 100%. CB crushing. Let me see. Gary Bates did not know you are alive. Okay, Max Force. If AB5 kicks in, they will have to use company drivers and pay them hourly to wait in long lines. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, but this is the thing. This is the thing. I don't mind paying drivers hourly. I don't mind. I don't mind paying people hourly. But my thing is, I'm not here to get rich. I'm here to help people make a living. Okay. Yeah, you might say, okay, paying into healthcare, paying into this, paying into that, you're helping them. You might see it that way. Okay. An old person that has no choice but to, get all these benefits from a mega company might see it that way. But the way I see it is, let me ask the driver what it is that he wants. Does he want these benefits, or does he want all his money at the end of the week? I think that's the right thing to do as an owner towards a driver. I'm going to pay the driver all his money, or I'll pay him with the W 2. Why can't that be my choice as an owner to give that decision to the driver? Why do I have to pay him hourly? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to help him. Okay, this is your choice. With the AB5, there's no choice. This is what you have to do. This is the law. This is what you have to do. What happened to freedom of, what happened with all that? Now we're just letting these Democrats just predict everything that we do, because they're the ones that are making the laws. They're the ones that are pushing the laws. So we have to abide by what they say. But me, I'm trying to look at it from the driver's perspective. How do you want to get paid? Do you want a W-2 form? Do you want healthcare? Do you want these so-called benefits? Do you want these? 401k? 401k is trash for whoever's getting a 401k. Go try to pull out some money. See if they don't tax you for pulling out your own money. How are you going to be taxed for pulling out your own money? You're investing in this. Yeah, it's a contract and it's challenging you. Hey, you touch this money, we're going to penalize you. Why would you put any money in a 401k? Your benefits. You go to the doctor, you have a broken arm. Let's just say you have a broken arm. What if they tell you, oh, we have to call your insurance, we have to make an appointment? How long does it take you to see a doctor? It's just a bunch of, BS. It's just, to me, it's a bunch of BS. So my point is this: leave it to the people. Don't leave it to these lawmakers to make laws for us that don't make sense. Let the people decide whether they want to get paid with the W-2 or they want to get paid with the AB5. I mean, with the 1099. Yeah, Democrats might say, "Oh yeah, well, you're cheating on your taxes and this." Hey, California, California's the richest state. I mean, how much money do these bums want? They want to tax you for every single little bit that you do in California, which makes no sense. But anyways, I hate getting into politics, but yeah, that's my thing. Let let the owner and let the driver decide whether they want to get paid with the W-2 or they want to get paid with the 1099. At the end of the year, that driver is going to pay his taxes. Now, how is he getting around paying all his taxes? I don't know. But I know this: when he makes, you know, whatever money he makes, say for instance, he makes 20,000. We are making out a 1099 form for 20,000 and he is going to get it. Now, if he decides to file it, that's on him. If he doesn't file it, IRS will catch up to him sooner or later. So, how he's not paying his taxes, Democrats are just putting too much on it. But anywho, let's see what we got. Uh, ba, 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 ba. Johnson, have you ever thought about contact, contacting China trailer makers and seeing if they can ship chassis trailers over here? Because that make them. Johnson right now trying to contact China is probably not a good thing. China's got enough on their plate right now. I don't think China's making anything right now. I don't know if you know, but there's a big old issue going on over there in South China Sea, and there's a bunch of ships over there, warships, and you know they're just taunting each other right now, the United States and everybody and their mothers, going against China right now in that sea. So it's pretty hectic out there right now. So I don't think China's doing anything right now. Truckers get blamed again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Media lies again, like always. Trust the media is like, oh man, like trusting Democrats pretty much. Dry Van Vic, DAT, Convoy, CH Robinson, Amazon, Bobtail. Uh, Sounds good, Savala. Pony Boy, what's up? These lines to get into the ports are ridiculous. Yeah, they are, bro. Yes, they are. Oh, shucks. Let me see what else we have. Ridiculous. Okay, Torres, not short of drivers. Drivers are getting smarter. We need more pay. Companies charging too much and making money and paying us drivers pocket change. Yeah. Uh, Gary Bates, can a 48 by 96 flatbed be used as a chassis? Yes, it can. Savala, that's why I don't watch TV. Don't get the brainwash. There you go. X23, what's up, Vic? How's it going? And how's the new Toyota truck treating you? Still don't like it. Larry up in here. Are you hiring carriers to pull containers for your company? Uh, no. No, I'm not. Rodolfo, thanks, Vic, for the video from Visalia. Visalia in the house. Thanks for being in the neighborhood, bro. Jersey Trucker, hey, Vic. Su casa es mi casa. That's right. That's right. Uh, I have a few drivers that run as 1099. They make it their own investments. They make their own investments and do well. Yeah, that's what I mean. Let the people decide. Why do we need, Democrats to decide whether the transportation department needs to go with this or that? Transportation department is fine. Transportation department runs the world. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't get what you're eating, what you're wearing, what you're showing off, what you're looking at. We transport all that. Lorraine Gonzalez, you need to go get a life and uh, Jesus. Uh, Highway court to you. Okay, DIY. Personal freedom is the way to go. That's right. Uh, Let me see. War Dog Survivor. To start working intermodal, which of these would you recommend I get in with? Swift, Hub Group, or JB Hunt? Either one. War Dog Survivor. Either one. Uh, Intermodal is I've said it before. It's the cheapest pay that you can get, but it's the easiest. It's really easy to haul them 53-foot containers from the rails. But it's the cheapest. Who's got more freight? You're talking about three mega companies, so they all three of them have about the same. Believe me, there's no difference. DJ Phono, what's better, S corp or LLC when it comes to taxes? I believe it's S corp. S corp, you get more taxes, more deductions. Uh, Vic, what's your company's name? Uh, Marcus, do you run UPS local during holidays? And if so, how much do you pay owner operators and your drivers? Marcus, we do run UPS, but again, I pay my drivers 40% of whatever they haul. From the gate, I tell them, whatever you haul, you get 40%. So if they haul a load today, and it's worth $100, they get 40% of that. Do I show them the Raycon sheets? Yes, I do. Uh, in Jersey, they do a 50-50 at diesel half. Okay. They only want small companies off with all the BS. Murillo, yeah, I second that, bro. I second that. G thoughts. What do you think will happen to LA ports if war breaks out with China and Taiwan? I couldn't tell you, bro. I could not tell you. Savala, the one that I like, lease chassis and rider new trucks and pay W-2 like the mega carriers. Good stuff, Savala. Move to the East Coast. Plenty of work here. It's too cold for me, bro. uh, AJ335. Hey, what's up, man? I emailed you. Uh, I emailed you in the AM. Hope you can get back to me. EJ, is I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna take a couple days, bro. But as soon as I can, I will reply to you, bro. Marcus, we're biting 900 for. We're bidding 900 for UPS this year. Hopefully, everything is all good. That's good, Marcus. That's good, bro. Hopefully, we'll see you out there. Yensi, I am a rookie driver making good money for doing flatbed, and I'm home every night. But I'm not getting the experience I need as I plan on buying my own truck and doing drive van. Any advice? I mean, flatbed is good work. Flatbed is keep you in shape and it pays well. I don't understand what kind of experience you're looking for. Probably backing up into docks or something. Uh, maybe you just need to go find a company that has dry vans. Can you recommend a good payroll service for a single owner operator? I ran into the situation like 2 weeks ago. Two trucks, two trucks. This guy's got two trucks, and they're both partners in this company, and they want to get a payroll service. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. You do know that you have to pay payroll services for their services, right? You're a single truck. Why would you need payroll services? I don't understand. You're a single truck. Right now, you should be stacking up on your money, saving your money, investing your money, trying to do something with your money other than throw it away. Do you really think you need payroll services to pay yourself? I don't think so. But yeah, think about that. It's a single truck. You don't need payroll services. It's real easy to do your own payroll. It's not hard. Yet okay. House music. What's going on, house music? Uh, why do you pay super low 40% to your drivers? Are California rates low? No, they're not low. That's what I've always paid them. That's what I've always paid them. Marcus, 40% to drivers is good, bro. Company still has expenses. 908. Hey Vic, do you think the price of semi trucks will go down? Yeah, they will. They will. It's like anything. The market fluctuates. It's up and down, up and down. Once the dust settles, it'll come back down. We're in the market. We're in the market to buy a truck, but uh, there's just no freaking way right now. They're getting out of hand trying to sell these trucks. It's outrageous. This is criminal what they're trying to do with the trucks right now, with the trucks and trailers. It's just criminal the way They just bumped up the rates on the trucks. It's crazy. But yeah, they'll come down. They'll come down. That's no ifs or buts about it, you know. But you just gotta wait it out. You gotta wait it out. Right now, it's just not the time to buy. It's not unless like me, I was in need. So I I had to buy equipment, and it hurt, but I needed it. I was in need. Christian Zavala, Schneider got the freight on intermodal. Yeah, Schneider's got a lot of freight. I haul a lot for Schneider. Schneider, I think I would say they are my top brokers. That's who I deal the most with is Schneider. I've been buying. I have been trying to buy a good dry van for 15K right now. Not gonna happen. Nope. It's not gonna happen, Marcus. It is not gonna happen. Definitely not gonna happen. I've gone on OfferUp and Craigslist, trying to find a trailer out there on the streets, from an owner operator. And even the owner operators right now, they're jumping on the bandwagon. They got 2008s. They look pretty bad. They got the wood inside the walls. The trailer, and they're jumping on that bandwagon. 21,000 for that older trailer. But I don't blame them. I do not blame them. They got to take advantage of it as well. It's just being an owner operator with a single truck and a single trailer. I think right now, if you're trying to sell your equipment, you're gonna get the best money out of it, because there is people that are hurting right now for that kind of equipment, and they're gonna buy it because right now there's so much freight. Everybody's trying to touch it and haul it, So more power to them. So, anyways, uh, AB5 for all you retarded lawmakers. Uh, think about it. Look what you're doing. Look what's going on. Look what's going on in the country right now, and you're still trying to push this law. You're claiming there's a shortage of trucks. AB5 comes into effect. You're really going to have an issue in your hands. You really think these mega companies are going to cover all this freight? They're not. They're not. Lorena Gonzalez, that trick she came out with, well, if these companies leave, if these leased on owner operators give up their trucks, there'll be somebody that'll pick up the slack. What a way to think, huh? What a way to think. This is who we chose to represent us up there in Sacramento. Freaking idiot. Let me see. I plan to buy a house soon. I don't want to mess up my payroll. That's all. I I mean, Map, I still don't understand why do you need payroll? I I don't understand. I trying to look for a tax person to do your taxes, but as far as payroll for a single truck, I don't see why you would need that. What is AB5? I just turned in. Uh, it's a law. It's a law that they're trying to push here in California. That if you have your own truck, if you're paying on your own truck, and you go try to lease onto a company, excuse me, you won't be able to do it. If you get paid with the 1099, you won't be able to get paid with the 1099. That's pretty much what it comes down to. That's what the law is about. Hey Vic, how can someone outside the U.S. get a CDI in which state? I couldn't tell you, Crawford. I could not tell you how to go about that, bro. Orlando, it's not trucks. Hold on, fellas. Mattis Group Real Estate. Good info, Vic. Thank you. That shy one. What's going on? Big money. Did I hear you want to buy my trailer? No, we said your trailer looks good in our equipment, bro. Uh, so think about that. Ants Gaming. What's going on, kiddo? That's my grandson right there. He's bad on Xbox. He ain't no joke. What's going on, kiddo? The best way to get around AB5 right now is to have all company drivers open up LLC. Uh, Sanchez, Gilwo, long time no see here on YouTube. Uh, would you recommend a guy run power only with new authority or just save up to buy or lease a trailer? Map, if you have your truck, I mean, that's the last thing you want to do is just have the truck sit there. Run it, run it. Run power only, bro. Run power only. There's plenty of freight running power only, plenty of freight. So the last thing you want to do is for it to sit there. You don't want it to just sit there and not make no money. I'm thinking of selling my truck and going back to company for a while just to put a few bucks in my pocket. I mean, any strategy that worked for you, Sam? I am. Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Vic, buying truck. I have good credit. Can I put down 40% for a truck around 60K, but I don't have enough experience. Only 10 months, past 2 years, I've been unemployed, so I don't have price of income. I mean, 40% is a good down payment, but I mean, right now it's terrible. It's terrible trying to buy a truck right now. I mean, it's gonna be too high. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you can wait it out a little bit, maybe go do something else, save you some money. Right now is not the time to buy trucks, man. Right now it's ridiculous. It's not a good thing. Let me see. Proof of income. Sorry. Yeah. I understand. But yeah, right now it's just not the time. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. You can spend a lot for a little if you buy a truck now. There you go. It's not worth it right now. If you can tie off, and go do a little side job just to, save you some more money, you should. Because I mean, 40% is a lot. And if the market was at its normal terms, I mean, you're pretty much paying off most of the truck with 40% down. So, and right now, if you buy a truck and you put down 40%, forget it. It's just ridiculous. So just wait, bro. Just wait. I'm telling you, there's plenty of work right now. As you know, whatever else you have skills in, go into that. Go do something like that. But right now, it's just not the time to buy a truck because, like, who said it? Sam, I am. You're gonna pay a whole bunch of money when you really don't have to pay a whole bunch of money. Just give it a few months, wait till the market just settles down again, and then go buy you a truck. Like I said, right now we are in the market to buy another truck, but uh, I just can't. I already put my foot put my foot in my mouth already. Last month, I'm not gonna do it again. So just hold on, just wait till the market settles back down. I would keep them. Okay. The rate code, should we be happy or concerned that the rates are kind of up? And what do you predict until the end of the year? I don't rate code. I don't think the market is gonna settle till maybe the end of next year as far as the rates on the freight, because there's too much freight. There's too much freight. The freight came over at one time, and normally it's at a pace, and right now we're just cluttered with freight. And I don't think we'll get back to normal as far as freight to the end of next year because there's so much of it. There's so much of it right now. And truckers can't cover everything, you know? Should we be okay, or just a company drivers for a little while? PO Boy Trucking, or just a company driver for a little while, like Vic said. I'm running intermodal in Chicago, leased on owner operator. Not sure if it's the right time with it being so much freight, or is it worth to be a one man power only during a peak season? Uh, I mean, right now, Matt, if you're making money, if you're satisfied with the money that you're making, stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. While you're doing what you're doing, just talk to them owner operators and see if that's something that you might want to get into. Again, you're gonna come out of pocket, to get your own authority, to get your S corp, to get your LLC, whatever it is that you're gonna get. You're gonna come out of pocket to get all this stuff. So, while you're doing this leased on to a company, talk to them owner operators, see how they run their operations, and who knows, you might just want to stay leased on, or you might just want to go get your own authority. So just talk to them and see how they're doing in the industry on your side of town. Water down 18. How much should a owner be charging per mile right now? Water down 18, I don't know, bro. I don't do miles. I do flat rates because we do nothing but local stuff from the alley area to the San Bernardino area. We just go back and forth, back and forth. I make a joke with brokers and other people that call me to run their freight that if my trucks come within a mile of a scale, they start throwing up coolant. So that's how local we stay. We don't do none of that crazy stuff. Well, not crazy stuff, but we just don't. We don't. We don't do regional. We don't do OTR. We don't do any of that. Truck prices are too high right now. Yeah, they are. Even trailer equipments went up. Yeah, tell me about it, Savala. Tell me about it. Ray Cole, do you think the brokers are still underpaying? And how hard, wait a minute, how hard do you think we should push to get more money? Ray Cole, I learned this from DIY. I learned this from DIY. If you don't know DIY, he's here right now in the chat. DIY Semi, go check him out. I learned this from him. When it comes to negotiating for rates, it's about selling yourself. You know, if you're talking to a broker about the rate, when he denies your rate, you have to come up with something to sell yourself. And the best lines that I give is, my truck is in the area. My truck will pick it up and deliver it right there, right now. But in order for us to do this for you, we need this. That's it. You have to negotiate. Some brokers are still with the same rates from last year. But you have to sell your company. You have to sell yourself in order to negotiate with these brokers. And some give in, some don't. But it's just the way you talk to them. So think about that. Carlos, do you know if all Freightliner Coronado trucks are car compliant, and can I use them for port and rail? I kind of want for a first truck. Coronado. I mean, depending on the year that you get, Carlos, they should be up to par, bro. They should be up to par because I've seen Coronados, the body style, and they're 2019s, 2018s. So it just depends on the year that you get, bro. Do you have your own mechanic for tractor and trailer? I'm in the Ontario area. I'm just local, 100-mile radius. J Phono, yeah. I mean, I go to Walter's Diesel Repair right there in Fontana, bro. Uh, I liked Walters because he gets me in and out. He is no BS. He'll figure out the problem and boom. He can have 9, 10 trucks on his docks, and he pushes everybody out. He fixes everybody, and boom. He knows the importance of truckers. You know, uh, but again, it's you have to pay for their good service. I like Walters. I like Walters a lot because again, he like that. You know, any other spot that I go to, the truck is gonna sit there a day or two. Walters Diesel in Fontana, forget it. You're in and out. You're in and out, and you drive up, and then I say maybe from a half an hour to an hour, somebody's on your truck. That computer's hooked up to your truck, and they're figuring out the problem. And depending on what time you take your truck there, and what it's going there for, you're gonna get it that day. If not within hours, you'll get it back. But it does cost for that kind of service. So my first choice is Walters all the time, and then there's another shop, B&R Truck Repair. It's on it's off of Cherry and Whitmer. That's another shop that I go to. But yeah, look into them. Let me see. J2 Trucker. What's going on, J2 Trucker? Been a while, bro. X23. All trucks from 11 and up are car compliant. Water down 18. I'm a new owner op, and I hear everybody saying not to haul cheap freight. But when I ask, they don't have a minimum rate per mile. I came to the conclusion of no less than 2 point per mile. Yeah, water down. I couldn't tell you, bro. Semi truck, semi DIY semi. He runs per mile. You might want to ask him, but I couldn't tell you, bro. I don't run miles. I just got my company and CDL. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Water down 18. You too, DJ Phono. But anyways, let me recap. Holy crap, 52 minutes. Let me recap on this video. There's no shortage of trucks. There's no shortage of drivers. It's not that the truck drivers don't want to work. They haven't stopped working. It's just cluttered with freight right now. We can't cover it. There's too much. The coronavirus hit the country, hit the world. They shut down. Once they opened, they send everything at one time. And now we're trying to deal with, delivering the freight. But as far as shortage, there's no shortage. Stop running to the supermarkets trying to stock up on freaking toilet paper and everything else. The freight is here. It's just, it needs to be offloaded. That's all. So don't panic. Anyways, this was a long video. I didn't know I got into it this much. Anyways, if you guys are out there driving, drive safe, be safe, and we'll see you guys on our next video.